More than a century ago, Japanese pioneers arrived in Orange County seeking a better life. In the midst of urban Huntington Beach, the last remaining Japanese pioneer farm still stands in the area once known as the Wintersburg Village. The 5-acre farm site, also home to the oldest Japanese mission in Southern California, is now under review for a zone change and demolition permit proposed by the current landowner. This could result in the loss of the historic property and structures which are considered unique in all of California. The Huntington Beach City Council established a community ad hoc committee, the Historic Wintersburg Preservation Task Force, to investigate alternative ways to preserve the historic structures that are part of Huntington Beach's pioneer and agricultural history. As part of the preservation effort, Mayor Connie Boardman and the task force are reaching out to the broader California and international community. The Consul General of Japan for the Southern California region, Consul General Niimi, was invited to tour the property and learn about our shared history. Joining the tour were representatives from the Japan-American Society of Southern California and the Orange County Japanese American Association. The Consul General's visit was a reminder of Huntington Beach's historical present-day connections with Japan and our sister city association with Anjo, Japan. Consul General Niimi remarked that his ancestral roots are in the region near Anjo, Japan, and that he has spent time in Huntington Beach enjoying the beautiful beaches. Consul General Niimi and representatives of the Southern California Japanese community viewed the 1912 farmhouse of Charles and Yukiko Furuta, as well as the older barn. 3 generations of the Furuta family lived on the property through its century as a farm. The Consul General remarked the barn had a Japanese quality to it with its simple redwood construction. The barn is an integral part of the Furuta farm, which was home to one of the Wintersburg's 3 goldfish farms in the first part of the last century. The barn also supported the Furuta flower farm after World War II. The group also toured the original buildings of the Wintersburg Japanese Presbyterian Mission, including the 1910 Mission Building, the 1910 Manse or Clergy Home, and the 1934 church building that was constructed during the Great Depression. The mission complex stood out in the flat farmland of the early 1900s Wintersburg. In addition to church services, the mission provided language schools and social events that brought together Orange County's Japanese community. The mission congregants were supported as they learned how to adapt to their new life in America, and as they went on to help develop the rest of Orange County. Some of the people associated with the mission include the first mayor of Fountain Valley, Orange County's first Japanese-American attorney, and California's first Japanese-American Supreme Court justice, and Congressional Medal of Honor nominees. The farmland also represents Orange County's early agricultural history, for which Japanese pioneers were a significant presence. The trainloads of celery, sugar beets, and chili peppers departing Orange County in the early 1900s were in big part due to their hard work. It is this history that the historic Wintersburg Preservation Task Force hopes to preserve.
So by having the Consul General of Japan here today, hopefully this will raise the profile of the importance of this site in the larger community, in the Southern California community, and in the Japanese community. This area represents such an important, unique part of not only Huntington Beach's history, but early Japanese immigrants' history. And while the city is interested in preserving the buildings, we need help. We need help with funds. And that's what I'm hoping the Japanese consul's interest will help us do. Raise the profile of the importance of the site so that we can raise funds to save it.
Time is not on our side. We're taking it a step at a time. Meanwhile, we're trying to build interest and fundraise to seek historic preservation of these buildings that are important to Huntington Beach history.
Well, I'm much impressed with these houses, and also I was impressed with the episode that Furuta family, how hard they worked, and how can I say, how faithful they were, and so that impressed me so much.
Historic Wintersburg has survived for more than a century and includes structures now considered eligible for the National Historic Register. It is a property filled with the stories of pioneers who came here with great hope and a willingness to work hard for the American dream. Saving this unique history can only happen with public support and donations for historic preservation. Find the Historic Wintersburg Preservation Task Force on Facebook and on the City of Huntington Beach website. For more information about the history, go to www.historicwintersburg.blogspot.com.